Right! Ya magnificent bastards, gather round! It's November, my holy month of giving back to you glorious degenerates! In the desperate hope you'll help me hit 1,000 subscribers so I can lie to my family at this year's Christmas dinner about being some rising curator instead of that lad who just yells about fiction. So today's chaos came courteous of my flesh burns, which, let's be honest, that might be a cry for help, but I'm going to ignore that. So here it is, Battle Beast versus Khârn the Betrayer, the White Lion of anger issues versus a Space Marine whose CV is just the word blood, written 9,999 times. So, if you're not subscribed yet, fix yourself, smash that button, so I can continue giving back to this absolute absurd community who really doesn't care, but keeps encouraging me anyway. Right then, that's enough foreplay, lads. Let's meet our lunatics. Right, here's the clean, brutal truth. Quick, loud, and full of gore. Khârn the Betrayer is not your mate who punches above his weight. He's the kind of war thrill that makes the cosmos file a complaint. He was an Astartes, now turned Khorne's favorite butcher. Tens of thousands of years of brutal murder, fighting against demon princes and nightmare engines, and with a combat philosophy that boils down to get pissed, get stronger. His weapon, gory child, is a demonic forged hell metal that doesn't just cleave flesh, it severs armor, demon bonds, and occasionally reality's paperwork. He tanks melta beams, plasma, bolter storms, and still laughs. Death, for him, is a bureaucratical hiccup, because the war, Khorne, keeps resurrecting him. Put brutally, Khârn's single swings are concentrated lethalities of multiple megatons to low gigatons when he's properly berserk. And the longer you fight him, the scarier he gets. Now onto the White Lion of pure violence from Invincible, Battle Beast, who treats war like a hobby and homicide like cardio. He's torn through top-tier Viltrumites, shattered buildings like matchsticks, and can throw or smash terrain and cities. Fast, fearsome, relentless. He'll keep hitting until the world collapses. His brutality and technique are unmatched in raw power, but he lacks the eldritch cheat codes. No demonic metal, no warp resurrections, no literal god level rage steroids. His advantages are repeated catastrophic blows and superb durability. He can potentially kill Khârn, maybe even twice, if he times it right. So where does that leave us? Battle Beast has monstrous strength and endurance. 4 prolonged beatings. In a straight brawl, Battle Beast will level towns and make Khârn taste his own blood. Glorious, cinematic, and loud as hell. But Khârn's hits are metaphysical. Gory Child can bypass the very concept of armor and turn an opponent's survival into a tax problem. More importantly, Khârn doesn't stay dead in the meaningful sense. Khorne's blessings plus warp resistance means every win for Battle Beast, begrudgingly scored, is only a pause in the slaughter. Long fights are Khârn's playground. Short, brilliant punches belong to Battle Beast. Now here's my final verdict. Battle Beast is a mythical battering ram. Ferocious and deadly, but Khârn is an eternal butcher. He wins the war of attrition, the one-hit lethal moments, and the grim rematch of economy. But with all that shit being said, you're not here to listen to me rant about statistics or lore. You're here to listen to me tell you about the most epic, bloody brawl of all time, lads. So let's move on to a good, to a proper fucking story. The wasteland is already miserable before either opponent shows up. A cracked hellscape under a sky that looks like it just woke up from a hangover. Then Khârn stomps in, bellowing like a thunder god, trying to tune a bagpipe. Opposite him, Battle Beast walks in slowly, his white mane shining under the hateful sun, like some gladiator pharaoh come to claim another trophy. They lock eyes, and for a second, the air itself flinches, and then violence becomes a language. The first clash is cinematic. Battle Beast hits Khârn so hard, the horizon bends, but only for a second. Entire ridges collapse. Dust clouds, big enough to be seen from orbit, explode upward. Khârn skids across the battlefield, stops, spits blood, and grins like he's just been handed a wedding invitation, and charges back into the fight with Gory Child screaming. What follows isn't a fight, it's a demolition derby performed by two gods of bad decisions. Every single swing from Battle Beast shatters stone and folds the landscape like a cheap typhoon. Every counter from Khorne carves glowing arcs through the dust, cleaving tanks and rock formations alike, and probably the concept of geological stability. They rip chunks from each other. Battle Beast tears open Khârn's armor and exposes bone. Khârn answers by burying Gory Child halfway into the lion's flank and dragging him through a boulder like wet cardboard. They brawl for hours, maybe days. The sky turns from red to black to red again, while these two maniacs beat the ever-loving soul out of one another. At one point, Battle Beast kills Khârn, a full proper kill, the kind where anyone else would be declared funeral ready. Battle Beast actually pauses, breathing heavily, his eyes full of bruised pride. Then Khârn twitches, his blood thickens, hardens, and crawls like metal insects across his wound, forming runic scars. He sits up, laughs. The expression on Battle Beast's face is one mixed with dread and subtle excitement. The second round is worse. They fight like two hurricanes trying to mug each other. Gory Child takes more flesh. Battle Beast's fists punch out craters. Khârn loses limbs. Battle Beast loses whole slabs of muscle. Khârn dies again. Battle Beast gets carved open again. The ground becomes a soup of dust, blood, and regret. But something changes. Every time Khârn falls, he rises sharper, meaner, more judged worthy by Khorne. His swings get faster, his laugh grows louder, his aura heavier, until even Battle Beast, a creature born for endless war, starts showing strain, breathing ragged, footing slipping, fur turned to frustration. Because why won't that bastard stay dead? And then the final moment. Khârn sees the opening. That tiny perfect hesitation. He moves like a guillotine made of pure hate. Gory Child bites deep, finding the seam in fur and flesh, shearing through rib, lung, heart, and whatever invisible stubbornness that kept Battle Beast going. The white lion stumbles, eyes widen, blood pumping like a burst dam. Then he hits the dirt with a sound that silences the whole ruined plain. Khârn stands over, triumphant, and plants Gory Child in the crater. He lifts Battle Beast's massive skull high, a tribute to Khorne, a promise that no matter how many universes cough up champions to challenge him, the Betrayer will always be there to kill them. Battle Beast fought like a legend, but Khârn ends legend for a hobby. So there you have it, lads. Khârn wins inevitably, unavoidably, like tax season, but louder and with more dismemberment. If you disagree, tell me in the comments, and I'll lovingly bully you until you change your mind. Now smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help me crawl my way to 1,000 subscribers so I can casually drop it at this year's Christmas dinner, look my relatives dead in the eye, and announce I'm semi-internet famous. While they nod politely and immediately forget in the cranberry sauce. And of course, remember lads, Khârn will kill you if you look at him funny, or even politely. So have a killing day, you bloody legends, and I'll see ya in my next one.